Today I have 5 must-try DIYs. Today's video is part of a playlist called 5 Under $5, hosted by Missy at Crafty Cove DIY and Emily at Farm Charm Chic. Today's co-host is Favi at Arrows DIY. I'll have their channels listed in the description box below, along with the playlist. Project number 1 is a wood ring bowl. I started out with a balloon and I traced one of these larger rings onto the top and bottom. I originally was going to go all the way up and make more like a vase, but I decided to stop about halfway and just make a bowl. So I have set the top ring, which is really the bottom ring, on top of the balloon, and I'm just going to hot glue other various rings around that larger ring. This is so that it will sit flat when it's on a table. I used 3 packages of the Dollar Tree rings in all 3 sizes. Once I liked how it looked, I went ahead and popped that balloon inside, and then you're left with a very cool wood ring bowl. A perfect natural element to add to your fall decor. The next project is for all of my non-traditional color fall decorators. This piece will actually go in my daughter's room. So I'm using one of these tin pails from Dollar Tree, and I'm using some of Dollar Tree's rub-on transfers. I'm just cutting out what I think will fit perfectly on the front side of that tin pail. Once I've applied the transfer, I'll add some florals that match these colors, and it's ready to be used. The next project is a fall leaf trinket tray. This is a metal leaf from Dollar Tree, and it has a hanger on the back, which I'm going to remove first. Now, using a rolling pin, I'm going to gently roll up each of those leaves so that we make more of a bowl than something that's completely flat. And I am doing this on the inside of the leaf because that's where most of the texture is. Next, I took it outside and I gave it kind of a splotchy spray paint coat with black and metallic gold leaf. Then when I brought it back inside, I used my antique gold rub and buff and just rubbed it over most of the leaf, mostly just highlighting the high parts and leaving some of that black and original gold color showing through. I didn't add any rub and buff on the bottom of the leaf, but you certainly could if you preferred. This is a nice little spot to leave your rings or jewelry or even your keys. The next project is a rustic autumn sign. I'm using the rougher side of this piece of wood from Dollar Tree, so I'm just going to remove that sticker, and then I'm going to use some antique wax mixed with water to stain it top, bottom, and sides. I used some of Dollar Tree's shelf liner with my silhouette cameo, and I cut out the shape of a pumpkin, and I'm going to use this as a stencil. And again, I'm using the rougher side of the piece of wood because I do want it to be quite rustic. I also cut out the word autumn on my silhouette cameo and I added that to the center so that this part will still be the wood color instead of painted. Now I am adding Mod Podge onto the stencil first so that my paint wouldn't bleed through, and then I used Waverly white chalk paint and one of the stencil brushes just to pounce on the color. Now I removed the outside of the pumpkin and now I'm removing the vinyl that says autumn. Project number 5 is a rustic leaf from Hobby Lobby. These bags of leaves were $5.99 from Hobby Lobby, but I did get them 40% off and I am using one of them. For this color, I mixed together Waverly Fern and Waverly Moss with just a touch of black to get kind of an olive color. I'm just painting the top of the leaf, so I'm trying to be careful as I go around those edges. Once it's complete, I used one of these stamps that I got at Tuesday morning when it was open for $1. And I'm going to be using this stamp in several different places and several different directions on the leaf. There are a few places where the stamp didn't have enough ink or had too much ink, but I think it's okay. It kind of gives it some character. I got this idea from Sonnet at Sonnet's Garden Blooms. Be sure and check out her channel. She does some wonderful things. So I want to give her credit for this project. I did go back and seal both the leaf and the autumn sign with DIY's Big Top. Let me know what you think about these two rustic projects. If you like fall projects, I'm going to leave a link to the playlist below, along with another video I think you'll like. Thanks so much for watching. Share the sheet. Bye now.